Namaste class. So this is our astrology course. In our astrology course, we did talk about what you will be learning as far as the courses inside of our astrology class goes. And if I haven't sent you that video, I'll explain. So our astrology class is our longest class. I got some students actually that has already went through 3 courses. So they're on course 4 this week. So for those who are not hit to this class yet, I'm definitely going to put 3 courses into this video. It's not a lot, but it's enough. 3 courses. So the first course is the Zodiacs. It's houses and the signs and their dates. Next will be the Zodiac's elements and the Zodiac's gods and planets. Deities, meaning by gods. So let's get started. So get your pencils and paper or pen. So y'all can take notes. I'm start you off with the houses. The way I did it, I made a 3-column chart. Do that like so. Houses, the signs, and the zodiacs here, and their dates on the other side. So for every house, there's a sign. And for every sign, there's a zodiac. For every zodiac, zodiac has its dates and its placements and its planets. So, for example, your first house belongs to Aries, which is your first zodiac sign. That's the very first house in our hemisphere. So number 1 being the houses, the house of Aries is the identity house. It's the identity house. So yeah. This house is ruled by Aries, the ram, and their dates are from March 21st through April the 19th. Our second house is the house of values, belonging to the Taurus, which is the bull. And the bull date starts at April 20th through May 20th. Now, Taurus is the only zodiac sign who is literally starting on the 20th and ending on the 20th in the entire zodiac. So make note of that. All right, your third house is the house of communication, which belongs to the Gemini, which are the twins. And the twins' date starts at the 21st of May through the 20th of June. The fourth house is your roots, R-O-O-T-S, sorry, your roots. The fourth house belongs to Cancer, which is the crab. And the crab's dates are June 21st through July 22nd. The fifth house is the house of creativity. That house belongs to Leo, which is the lion. And Leo starts on the 23rd of July. And it ends, August the 22nd. Your sixth house is the house of responsibility, which belongs to the Virgo, who is the Virgin. Virgo zodiac starts August the 23rd through the 22nd of September. The seventh house, my house, the Libra, which is the house of partnership. We are the scales, and our date starts on my birthday, September the 23rd, 9/23, and it ends October the 22nd. The eighth house is intimacy, belonging to the Scorpio, the Scorpion. Scorpio starts at October 23rd through November the 21st. Number 9, the 9th house. It's the house of beliefs, belonging to the Sagittarian, which is the Archer. And Sagittarius season jumps in on the 22nd of November, and it ends on the 21st of December. All right, your 10th house is the house of legacy. Capricorn, which is the goat. Cap season starts on December the 22nd, ending on January 19th. The 11th house is the house of self. S-E-L-F, self. The 11th house belongs to Aquarius, the water barrier. A lot of people don't know that's the Aquarian sign. Bears water, and it's not even a water sign. It begins on the 20th of January and ends on the 18th of February. And last but not least, our 12th house is the Transcendence house of Pisces, which is called the fish, starting on the 19th of February and ending on the 20th of March. Now, with that being said, every house and every house characteristic shines on that particular zodiac. So when it comes to, I will always use my sign as an example. When it comes to relationships, partnerships, romance, justice, compromising, you'll look to the 7th house. The 7th house is Libra. Now, as far as houses go, and more in depth to the houses, you have empty houses that we'll learn about later on too. The empty houses is pretty dope. For every empty house, you look to that planet placement. We'll get more on that later. Also with the houses, when it comes down to what you're having issues with in life, if you're having some sort of issues with self-image or sense of self itself, no, you don't go to the self house, which is the 11th house. You go to your identity, which is the 1st house. The 9th house is the belief house, which is in Sagittarius. So when you're having issues with a personal belief system, that's the house you check on. When it comes down to friendships, you don't go to the 7th house for friendships. When it comes to problems with your friendships, you automatically go to the 11th house. That's yourself. So if it makes sense that way, I will definitely send you guys some pins from Pinterest so that you can get a better idea and a better understanding about the houses. Cool beans. Moving along to the elements of the zodiac. There's literally elements for everything natural, right down to us. Who we are is what we gravitate to. So if you're an earth sign, you're either a Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo. And if so, your earth sign will attract you to different aspects of earthly things in life. You may be an avid person of centering yourself, or you may be awesome at grounding yourself. Protecting yourself is no issue. You're highly secure, very nurturing. You're an earth sign. So, with that being said, Earth is Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Air signs: Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. Fire signs are Aries and Leo and Sagittarius. And last but not least, you got the water signs, which is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Now, there are colors for, of course, the elements. I always go with the natural green, yellow, blue, and red. Red for fire, yellow for air, green for earth, and of course blue for water. When it comes down to the elements of the zodiac, the elements of the zodiac is highly important when it comes to baby witchery, because who you are attracts the type of magic that you could be A1 sauce at. For example, I know an Aquarius who works with water, which is so weird because she's not a water sign. She's an Aquarius. But in a sense, she works with storm water and lake water and ocean water and things that are inhibited through air. So she uses a lot of candle work, a lot of knotting work. We'll talk about those things later on in class. Things that she's attracted to by her elemental nature, which I think is very, very important when it comes down to our zodiac and our our elements. So that is our zodiac and elements course. Not long at all. Now, when it comes down to the planets and our zodiac sign, what a lot of people don't know is that the planets, their actual names, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, those are actual Roman gods, the names of Roman gods. So when it comes down to Jupiter, Jupiter is Zeus. Zeus is Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the god of all gods, basically. That's pretty much Zeus, king of the sky. Zeus is, not only is he king of the gods, but he's also a sun. So when it comes down to other planets and their placements, you'll notice, you'll see his father, you'll see his grandfather, and you'll wonder, like, okay. And it gets a little tricky. I'll show you how. So you got the planets, the Greek gods, and the zodiacs, how they all connect to each other, right? So get yourself 4 columns. Let's break them on down. Starting off with Mars. Mars is actually Aries, and Aries is actually Ares, which is the god of war. Mercury. Mercury can be represented by both Gemini and Virgo. But let's keep Gemini by himself for this one. Simply because Hermes is really Gemini, and he's the god of the messengers, the messenger god. Venus, however, is controlling of 2 signs, which is Libra and Taurus. In this case, Venus is more connected to Libra. Aphrodite is the goddess of love. Now, you can throw Taurus in there. I advise you not to. When it comes down to placing your signs with the planets, Taurus does have Earth. But Earth should be listed twice. I'm going to tell you why. Number 1, and this is first Earth, Virgo is more connected to Gaia, which is Mother Earth, than anything. It's not Taurus. So for the first session of Earth, put Virgo. use Gaia or Diane or Mother Earth. That's who she is. Now for your second Earth, Taurus. Taurus is connected to Demeter. Demeter, which is the goddess of harvest and the goddess of growth. Okay? Going back to Zeus, which is Jupiter, Sagittarius, the god of the sky, king of all gods, right? Then you have Saturn. Saturn rules Capricorn. Capricorn is Cronus. Cronus is the king of the Titans. He's also the king of time. Neptune. Neptune is, if you haven't guessed it, Aquarius. If you have, yeah, you are on a roll. Aquarius, yes. Aquarius is also Poseidon, which is the king of the sea. Now you have Uranus. Uranus lives in Pisces. Pisces is the god Caelus, Caelus, and he's the god of the heavens. He's like the father of all. Scorpio. Scorpio, if you haven't guessed it, is more closer and who is the exact representation of darkness. Hades. Pluto. Pluto is Hades. Hades is the god of the underworld. It's our most dark self. You'll start to see the characteristics being broken down in our birth natal chart, and how what you're looking for in your birth natal chart completes and connects with the gods of the sky, the planets. To the moon. Yes, the moon belongs to Cancer. Duh, right? And if you haven't guessed it, the goddess of all goddesses, Goddess Hera. She is the goddess of marriage and family, and the goddess of all goddesses. The sun belongs to Leo, and Leo is Apollo. Apollo is the god of music and poetry. Saturn is definitely Capricorn, like we said before. This is the female version of Saturn. She is Athena, and she's the goddess of wisdom and knowledge. Yes. So when it comes down to our signs as the Greek gods, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries would probably be more to the sky. Hera would be more close to Virgo and Cancer. And this is just as a selection if you were to put them all together. This, however, is our separated knowledge. So you have more than one sign for goddesses and gods, which I actually broken down quite nicely. Because when it comes down to Earth and Saturn, you have multiple gods that works in those realms. So that is our planets, Greek gods, and zodiacs. And babies, you are all caught up. I thank y'all for listening, and I will see y'all for the next class.